We're back here. A little episode of beaver trapping. See, they're really working here along this culvert. But like I said, I can't trap along here. So, kayak, open water, we're going for it. I know there's a big beaver lodge around the point down here. It might be, I don't know how far down it is. I don't think it's that far. But we're gonna load, I think, 3 footholds up with some drowning rods and 3 or 4 330s on the old kayak. Never used it for beaver trapping, so we'll see how that goes. We're gonna paddle down there and try and get ourselves some of these nuisance beaver. There's that one. You guys see we're trapping that one currently. One good check on that. And there's, this is like 5 o'clock and there's still some beaver up there slapping their tails right now. So hopefully tomorrow's check we'll get some beaver out of here and something out here. Got the old GoPro ready to rock and roll, so let's go try and do this. Well, everybody, here is an extremely large beaver lodge. I've been here before in the wintertime, but it's just impossible to trap these beaver unless you're putting in baited sets later in the season, because you get here and there's some big feed piles here and they build their runs under the feed pile. There's just no getting to them. So, got the outlaw, a bunch of drowning rods. We're gonna frickin' put the full assault on these beaver. I'm not sure how many we're gonna set yet. I brought 5 drowning rods. 5. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm just gonna make caster mounds. There's a big beaver right there, slapping his tail. Yep. There's a bunch of beaver in here, and somebody's gonna get caught. So, well, I'm gonna get to making sets. Oh, let's see here. You, old reliable, you can do it. So right down here, I've just kind of cleaned out an area. The beaver have been coming up to the lodge here. A lot of sticks and stuff under here, so all I did was take out, it's like really rough stuff there. I took it out, put down a bunch of nice like mud with some thicker reeds in it. And I'm going to put this Bridger number 5 right there. Then the other end of this is going way down into the bottom of this beaver run. So when I catch a beaver, he'll not be coming back up. It's a lot nicer when I have gloves on doing this. There we go. So get my finger in one of these without a glove on. Well, you guys got a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. So I got that down there. I'm going to kind of set my trap right there for a minute. Let's see here. There we go. Trying to stake this into the trap down to the lodge here someplace. It's not very solid. That's not very solid either. I gotta stake it. I gotta reposition this a little bit. Once they go down this rod, they're not coming back. So I'm not worried so much about that. Or I can grab this maybe. If I do that, move this log here. Oh. Try this again. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. I can stay there for a minute. I'm going to try and anchor this thing. Okay. Finally got this anchored down in between some logs and mud and whatnot. I'm going to get this trap right up here. Real nice. Plan is to get a front foot catch on this beaver. Just gotta push it down, give it a good twist, get it locked in. And now we got our kind of trying to guide our beaver up in here too, you know. Put some weeds and whatever on here so they come in. The leaf leech. So they come in from this side of it, you know. Because I can see my trap sitting down there. It looks good. Looks really good. Now, I got some of the bearded man here. I'm going to take some and put it on a couple different sticks. Well, around the lodge, that is. There we go. Oh, see that? Oof da. Just gonna put that like right up there, because what I want, you know, I want these beaver not, I don't want them to walk right up to it and just go, oh, okay. I want them to walk up and have to, you know, crawl up here a little bit to get their nose on that. Hopefully they'll put a front foot right in that. We'll have a big beaver here tomorrow. Set number 1. Alright, I got this other trap anchored on this droner here. Got a No BS Beaver Extreme here. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, can't be having that. Ooh, get hung up. We don't want that. So I'm just gonna, once again, move a little dirt and mud and whatever. Put this trap up here. Bed it real nice. Right up in this corner here. Oh yeah. Right there. Kind of go like this. Put this stick like that. Maybe even pull this one over here a little bit. So basically I'm just trying to get these beaver to swim right up to this set, which they probably will anyway, because I'm putting some of the old bearded man on there. There we go. So again, you got the old bearded man on here. Right there. Way up there. Get him right up here. Put a front foot in that trap to smell that lure. And boom, we got him. Yeah, we're gonna do something right down here. In this general vicinity. I'm going to say right back in here. I'm going to try to dig this out so there's like a little hole here that the beaver can kind of target, if you would, going up in here. I'm just going to guard it with a 330, put some caster on back behind it, and see what happens. It worked on the old lady's house. Hopefully it'll work here. Alright, got a couple logs shoved down in the bottom here. This is a Duke 330, 9x10 they are. I'll try to catch one in this guy. Hopefully tomorrow morning when we get here, there'll be one floating around the lodge someplace. That side. This side. You know, when you're talking caster mounds and stuff, beaver, you know, as long as they aren't trap smart, they don't generally care what's going on around the trap, because they're just thinking that somebody's in their territory and they just want to get them out of there. So a couple more weeds or something like that. There we go. That is going to be my caster mount set with a 330. But I'm going to take a little like piece of grass or something. I like to break up the outline of the conibear, you know. Maybe just go like that, just so they're not staring right at that trap. There we go. Put some bearded man back there, and hopefully tomorrow morning we got a beaver sitting here someplace. Well, got 4 traps in on that new beaver lodge, and I meant to bring my phone. I could have shot some GoPro video, but so around this point here is that big beaver lodge we set up, okay? And then of course right there is the other one we have set up. And right around this point here is a third big beaver lodge that they're mudding up. So there is a pile of beaver in here. I originally thought that there was 10 or 15, but there could be 20 plus beaver in here. I couldn't get any footholds on this one over here. Pretty shallow stuff. So next time I come out, if I have time tomorrow morning, I'm going to try to set a few 330s on this lodge over here. You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to try to nuisance trap 2 beaver. You know, you got to make a dent in the population. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow to check all this. Stay tuned. Well, everybody, we are back again to do some more beaver trapping and trap checking. Before we get to this house, the one I'm actually looking at, these 2 spots I'm checking here, we're gonna run over to the old lady's house. You're gonna see that. I'm gonna check those 2 traps over there quick, and then we're gonna get into this one right here. And around the point, we set the one with the kayak yesterday. I can tell right here, right now, last night, see all that? That's all fresh weeds, all that in that pile of mud right there. That weed's definitely fresh, which means there are definitely beaver around here still. I mean, there are, because I mean, there's 3 giant lodges here, and there's a lot of beaver around. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this. Oh, so we're back here today. Hopefully got the other beaver, who knows. But you can see these beaver have been chewing on the bottom of these tamarack trees, and that's been the problem here. I don't see a beaver down there. Oh, I do actually. I do. I got a second one. Ha! Got him coming up the trail over here. Got nothing in that 330, but Right here. Boom. Got another big one. Coming up the trail. Yes. Boom. Here we go. Got another beaver right here. Sweet. Boom. Probably a 2-year-old would be my guess. There we go. Here a little later today, that way you guys can see the video better. Not exactly here, you know. Yesterday morning I could see just fine, but apparently when I uploaded my video, it wasn't as laid out as I'd hoped. There we go. I don't have any wire to wire up my safeties here. I just got to kind of put them in place and hope that there we go. I'm going to dig this down a little bit. Put in place and hope that there we go. Hope that they don't catch. So I'm just going to put them way up here, actually, above where the stick's holding them on. There we go. Keep them up above this stick right here. That way they cannot rehook. I'm just going to put some stuff on it again, just to kind of push them right into the trap. Some grass over the top of this probably. You know, rock here. Some weeds on there like so. Like a repeat. There we go. There's some more weeds. There we go. Repeat this side. There we go. No, they got a trail again. They think they can go up. If there's any beaver left in here, I'm not sure. It's a kind of big one and a 2-year-old, but we're going to leave these traps. Alright, on to the big boys. Yesterday morning, checked this trap. I got some lure here. There was a beaver floating there yesterday. I don't see beaver floating, but I can see fur under the water right here. Which means there's another beaver in this trap. And it's another big one. Yep. Look at that. Another big beaver, you guys. Oofta. Another big beaver in this trap. You know, when you're making sets, it pays to, you know, if you have the traps and you can make an extra set here or there, it pays to just try a random set. You know, did I have any idea that I was going to catch a beaver in this trap? No, but I knew they were coming up here for some reason. Why? I didn't know, because they were not chewing down any trees up here, for one thing. There was just a little bit of grass beaten down here. Gosh, perfect head catch again, too, on that thing. Look at that. Shaboom. That guy can go up there. We'll reset this. Go, wires right there. Both the sticks are still here. Literally just going to put this right back down on these 2 sticks. This trap is like gravy, not even kidding you. you know. There we go. Just gonna put it right down. And this is, like I said, about that far underwater. I'm just guessing where they're swimming, popping under down there and coming up here. But it's getting them by the head every single time. Once again, I'm gonna got some bearded man on here. I actually had some of the beaver lure left over from last year and mixed it with some swamp candy of theirs. So it's like the double whammy. There we go. Number one is yielding the beaver. It doesn't look like they did a whole lot to the lodge last night. That one is still set. And this one, I think, is also still set. Yep, that one's still set as well. Well, there is a beaver here, though. See a tail. There's a tail right there. There's a beaver there. Check this one over here quick. This one, can't see the trap. I think there's a beaver in this one too. To be honest with you. Yep, there he is. The little one. I just caught this guy. I mean, this thing is so like flippy floppy right now. Okay, so we'll find the bottom here. Again. There we go. I'm gonna put that trap down there. Okay. Trap is reset. Actually, that's not it's not a small beaver. A tiny one or anything, I guess. Oh, it's actually a pretty good sized one. Not a giant blanket, but definitely a 2-year-old. Shoot, that's a big one. Okay. trap is down and ready for that trap wire. Ooh, come on, there we go. All right. Get this trap down, back down that run nice and square. Alright guys, tally so far. 1 at the old gal's house and 2, 3 over here at this lodge here now. And then we'll go check those 4 we put on that lodge over there and maybe actually add one over there. A lot of beaver in here, it's crazy. Can't really tell, but it almost looks like there's a beaver right here in this 330 we set. I don't have my glasses on though. Is that a beaver? Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Yeah, it's a small beaver. There certainly is a beaver right there. Well, I'll go like this. I don't know how that little sucker got in from behind, but it did. Okay, well, regardless, there is a small beaver on that caster mount set. Well, there's a beaver back here in this one. He's got his nose above the water. Alright, we added a 330 right there. I'm going to pull this one up. And oh, we're going to have a big beaver in this thing. A really big beaver, and it is. Right by the tip of the back toe. Oof. Kind of scary. But it's a big one. Big beaver. Oh. Here we go. Big blanket. I'm not going to show resetting all these traps. You guys already saw that good stuff. I'm going to pull the other one over there and we'll give you a kind of a end of the thing there look. Alright you guys. Reset this 330. Re-added some lure. Reset that foothold. Added a 330. It rained all last night. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so I don't know. Hopefully these lures produce. I mean, it's going to wash some of the caster away. But we'll be back tomorrow afternoon to check. There's these 2. We'll meet you back at the truck. Well, that wraps her up for video number 2. Hope you guys like that one. I don't know if I didn't shoot this in segments, you guys wouldn't be getting, you know, maybe 1 video a month. But I feel that it was nice that I could, you know, spread it out. Some sets on this house with some checks, and then some sets and catches on the next house, and then set another house on another, you know, another segment, so it's not just the exact same checks on the exact same house every time. With that being said, you guys did a really good job today. 6 beaver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beaver. And I'll tell you what, this might be a little dirty gear today. Tell you what, summer beaver don't smell very good. They stank really bad. Anyway, Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow afternoon for another episode. Now I don't have any more traps to set per se, but I have four spots set up, 3 lodges, and then the 2 over at the old gal's house, which I'm hoping those are the only 2 beaver chewing their trees down. Um, you know, take care of that for. I just hate to see a nice lake property like that getting mowed down. Here, it's not so bad. You got a lot of trees, but once the beavers start chewing a lot, they'll get up into one area by somebody's house and just take 15 or 20 trees down. In fact, the first house we're checking here, or first house we actually set, is kind of interesting because there's a big house right up above it, in an opening, and they've just totally mowed down all the trees in front of it, so, I don't know if they like the view of the lake or they like being secluded back in the woods is what it looks like to me, but because of the beaver, the lakeside view is history. Everybody can look at their house now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed another beaver trapping video. Fall's definitely in the air. Trees are turning yellow. It's getting colder. I think we're supposed to get frost maybe this next week sometime. I heard from somebody, and it wasn't the weatherman, so they could be right. Anyway, we'll see you guys at the next check. Peace out.